So, guys, we all know that during the election period, you begin to see a lot of all these politicians trying to be nice, trying to be good, trying to do this, trying to do that. And most of the time, you see most politicians from the southern part of the country going to the north to go and donate this, donate that, donate this. Even when you see some of the northerners too, I could remember vividly. There's one example I remember when Aisha donated money for some people, whether in Kano, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and people were like, "Oh, if you are," and the way she came out to donate the money as if she's donating money to Nigerian people, and people said, "If really you are donating money, at least share the money among the 36 states. Then we will not know that you are the mother of the nation. But now you just picked Kano states and you donated money for them, and you are trying to tag it as a donation from the for the welfare of people in the country." And recently, if you remember, that the federal government is trying to spend 6 billion naira to train Kano youth on how to repair smartphones and all of that. But the bone of contention now is that how many people, how many of you have seen northerners, northern politicians donating money to people in the south? Or are you going to say because they don't have problems, or because they don't have a less privileged people, they don't have beggars all the place, all the in all the places, or because they don't have a IDP camps? Is that the reason? Of course, we have heard about incidents that happened, occurred in the southern part of the country, but have these people, or has any of them say, "Oh, let me even donate money"? Oh, market got bought. Oh, some people, especially the building, a lot of building have been collapsing. Has any of them, northern politician, come out to say, "Oh, I want to help you"? As far as I know, as far as I can remember, I have never heard such a thing. But unfortunately, reverse is the case when it comes to this issue. You see Tinubu, feke, pia, 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 he will just go and donate. Pia, 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 he will just go and donate. And again, this man, at least the ones I can remember recently, Wike too, they are all doing competition of donating millions. And unfortunately, the money is not coming out from their pockets. The money is the people's money in that particular area. Why people are still complaining that some other states are not even contributing, because that is why they don't want this restructuring, that every state should take care of itself, because they will be complaining that that some states are not buoyant, they are not financially buoyant. Why are they not financially buoyant? Because every state has natural resources that you can harness, but they won't do that. The way the system has been structured, you have to go to Abuja, just go and collect money. You share, and if you can, if you share the one you can share, you share the one you cannot, you put it in your personal pocket. And that is how it has always been, and that is what has led to many of them being lazy. They cannot even reason, they can't think, because they will now say, "Oh, is it me that will not be thinking while other people will be using their money for the money they get for their states, as allocation every month in Abuja, they will use it for themselves. And at the end of the day, nothing will happen. Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. Unless maybe you are in a bad record of the government of the day, they will not want to go after you to say, "Oh yeah, you have dipped your hand inside the cookie jar, we are going to go after you." That is when they will not remember the fighting against corruption. They will be telling you that we want to do this, a lie, because they cherry pick who they want to investigate. So the question is that, have you ever seen any northern politician donating money in the in the southern part of the country? That why is it that reverse has always been the case? Reverse has always been the case. You want to do what? The next thing, they will go and be donating money. And meanwhile, their own people are suffering. Just like we discussed in one of our videos, that Wike now is regretting that the people he supported in 2019 to become president, now all of them, instead of them, because maybe that was what he was expecting. The question is that, did he consult them? Now they are all coming out to vie for the same position, meaning they don't send him. And meanwhile, you have donated all manner of money to them in the north. Even before now, I think sometime last year or 2 years ago, thereabouts, the same Wike donated 500 million naira to Sokoto State. That is the state of his friend. I don't know what himself is thinking about, because he supported a Tambuwa in that year 2019, and now before he could support a Tambuwa, that means Tambuwa must have consulted him and he agreed to that, and that was why he didn't even support a Atiku as at that time. Now all of them are coming out. Why didn't you consult them? Because what a Wike is trying to hold on to now is because he's the one who has been able to hold the party together since they lost in 2015. You know, it's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth concerning PDP, whether they're going to collapse finally or not. Well, what we are saying now is that these guys don't learn. They don't learn. And that is the reason why Payo Adebanjo is mocking, and Bode George, they are all mocking Tinubu. They've told Tinubu that these people that you are dining with, you are doing all these things, you want to cut your head for them. They don't send you. Oh. They don't send you. When people talk about it, that hey, Yoruba people are betrayers, I've always knocked that off. Every community, every tribe, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you see there. When you say, oh, Yoruba people, they can deceive people, they can do this and that. So what is not happening to the Northerners? Because they want Tinubu, that these people, they have the history of betrayal in them. They will not. And that is what has been playing out. Tinubu is struggling so much. He's struggling so much to get it, because ordinarily, he's not supposed to be doing that. See the way they supported Buhari. They gave Buhari that opportunity on a platter of gold. He didn't even suffer it. Even while he was with his people, when he contested 3 times, he failed woefully with all the plenty voting numbers he usually gets from the north. Yet 3 times he failed woefully. But not until when Tinubu came on board before he won. And now see what is happening to him. Because if we want to look it from the face value, they are maltreating Tinubu so much. And nobody's going to be pitying him, because that was what he put himself. Because he was told. They will never listen when people are advising them, do this, don't do this, don't do. They will think, this ones are just enemy of progress. Oh, they don't want me. They are enemy of progress. This and this and that. But at the end of the day, what happens? It is happening. But they are still in denial. And the worst part of it is that they will always donate, go to the north. Any little thing they have donated in the north. But these guys don't come to your area to donate to your people. So what are we talking about? They don't come to your area, and you think you can please them. Forget it. If at your age all of you don't know what you are doing, it's a pity. And these are the people that wants a youth to emulate them when they know that you are not going in the right direction. If they don't respect you, say, oh, they are not respecting us. Oh, some people are just saucy. But with this kind of a attitude, you think anybody is going to be respecting them? So guys, that is just what I just have discovered. I don't know whether you are thinking in that direction, or you have noticed that reverse is the case when it comes to the issue of politicians from the south and the north, how they help their people. Leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.